So Gino and Jesse, they have to go find John.
They have to go find John.
And they're going, hey, it's a pit stop. Let's go find John.
But they're going to find John at the Soyuz Desert Model Railroad. And it's Little John.
Little John.
Or as I like to call him, Mini John.
Mini John.
You know, actually my son's name is John, and I call him Mini Me.
Yeah, because he's a miniature version of you.
Miniature of me, apparently.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
he is. He
this
doesn't
is
have
what
the
people tell
beard.
me. I don't get it, but
Everybody
really?
does.
Okay, everybody but me.
He's a little more talkative than you, which is...
Is that possible?
That's exactly what it is, right there. Is that possible? And he's a little more...
So Gino and Jesse are looking around, and
I love that
railroad
place.
is like 4,000 square feet of model railroad and tiny little people and villages.
I would have just
roads.
loved that. I would just sat there looking at stuff. Wouldn't be looking for John. Going,
Exactly.
Look at that.
Probably
Look at
got
that. Look at that.
sidetracked.
Look at that. Isn't that cool?
Squirrel! I'd have to smack you at some point. Eventually,
You would have
Gino and
smacked
Jesse
me
realize
many
that
episodes
we
before.
cannot find him. That's it. We need a hug break. So we have a big hug.
They were getting all
Big
freaked
hug.
out.
Oh, we're
That
good.
was nice.
Ah,
That was
okay.
good. It's like, that was
Little,
smart.
little
of them.
Zen moment.
Zen
And
moment.
then,
Yeah,
oh wait,
you know.
is that John?
That's John.
Oh, but you guys could have started with a hug.
Well, they were
They're
freaking
really
out.
good. I mean, for brothers, they don't seem to fight a lot. There was a
No.
little bit of tension at one point, but realistically, they get along really well.
They do. They did. They
It was
hugged it
nice
out
to
nice.
see that.
It was nice. I like that moment. I forgot about that moment.
Yeah,
that
it
was
was
really
kinda cute.
nice. They hugged it out.
So they found Little John and they pulled him out and they used the magnifying glass. They find the next clue and it says Nickmip. Nickmip Desert Cultural Center, which is the pit stop
Pit
for
stop.
this leg of the
You
word.
find Big John.
You find Big John, that's right.
I'm not sure how big he is. I'm not sure. I've never met him.
He's about, shorter than me.
Everybody's shorter than you.
Yeah,
That was cool. Anyway, where are we? Big John, Gino, and Jesse are first.
Gino and Jesse are heading for Nickmip. They get into Nickmip. They're team number one.
And
They win.
Brent and Sean finally get it done. I mean, they did their roadblock,
They did.
which was, or their speed bump, and they do their detour, and they're done just before Nick and Matt, but they're sort of racing
They're
to
both racing for the mat, and it's a foot race.
Yeah.
And Brent and Sean are a little faster than Nick and Matt in
I
a foot
think
race.
so, yeah.
Yeah. So Brent and Sean were team number 2.
Yeah.
Nick and Matt were team number 3.
Brent and Sean, despite their out of shape, they're really good at long distances. As long as Brent gets to puke
They're
halfway
persistent.
through it, they did a really kicked butt
They
on
did.
this leg.
They did.
They did
very
all the
well.
hard stuff, and they pushed through it, and he only threw up once.
They made up for their last leg.
Yeah.
This was a really good leg for
They-
them.
they
A
did really-
hard leg.
Hard
but
leg.
They made up. Opie came in. They were
Fourth.
pretty sure they were fourth. They weren't
found-
100%.
No,
But they get in, and yes.
And there's the part where Simi's in the model train thing, and she's banging her head against the
Oh,
glass.
that was hilarious.
I could see myself
I
doing
would.
that.
Oh yeah, I would do that.
I do that all the time.
I've done that in museums everywhere. I'm sure there's my face print in the museums in Victoria.
So I understand. And he did. There was a little dance at the
Little
end.
dance again.
Good.
And in last place, now
Oh, that was
way behind,
good.
Duchesne and Lalani had finally gotten. They chose Braun as well. They start, hauling these onion sacks, and then it's just flipping the tires. And Duchesne said, that she's not strong enough.
Why didn't they switch?
And it's like
Switch.
they should have switched.
Because they just
And
got ugly.
evenly they just got uglier and uglier towards each
Ugly.
other, and they get to the monkey bars, and I mean her arms are shot.
I know.
And
I
she's
like what
got
Simi
no
did.
she's got no ability in her hands. She's got her arms are vibrating. Yeah,
Simi was the same way, and she goes, "I'm going over top."
climbed over top.
It's like
Still crossed the bars.
brilliant.
Brilliant.
Good for her.
Lalani didn't think of that,
No.
and eventually fell into the manure a few times. And at one point, they're like, we should switch. And Dejan's like, no, we'll just take the penalty. And he's just being so negative with
Yeah,
her.
he was a bit
And she
negative.
finally like, you know what? I'm done. We'll take the penalty and we're done.
We're done.
Because I think she had pretty much given up at that.
That was enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was getting a little too ugly, and it was really hard for them to come back from that.
Yeah, there was nothing else. We didn't see them go anywhere. We didn't see if they did the mud run or not. My guess is no, because they took the penalty anyway. They saw they were U-turn, which would mean technically they'd have to go back and do it again.
Yeah.
They'd just take another penalty and just nothing at the model railroad. They just went to find John. Found John, and unfortunately he did eliminate them.
Yeah. I think they just hit their breaking point, and that was
They
it.
did.
I think it happens to some teams. You get to a certain point, and you just can't get along. You just had enough, and we're done. So that's it.
That's it for
4
episode
teams
10.
left. We got
4
2
teams.
more episodes. Next episode, they're in the big city of Edmonton.
They're here. I wonder if they're going to stop by the Druid.
I don't know where they would stop by the Druid.
I doubt they're going to stop by the Druid.
I
I mean,
wonder-
if they stop by the Druid, they'd see Gord and Wayne drinking beer
Yeah.
at the Druid. Where are they going? Oh, right.
Fort
They're going to make
Edmonton.
Fort Edmonton Park.
Yeah.
Wonderful place. I hear there's a really nice saloon there.
I heard there's a saloon there. There's a lot of strange people hanging out at that saloon.
Yeah. Oddly dressed people.
Oddly dressed people, people who oddly familiar. That's all I'm saying.
I
We'll
know
talk next
nothing
week.
about that.
We talk next. No, probably can't talk at all. I can say anything I want, but I have. Yeah, never mind.
Episode 10. with Gord and
Episode
Wayne.
10 with Gord and Wayne. Nice. Drinking.